So it seemed like it was going pretty well for Suns fans. Blowout victory in Game 1 versus the Kings. Rubio at point guard making sense. And you can just see the direction of the team, right? The team makes sense. Rubio, Booker, Oubre, Saric, Deandre Ayton, right? I'm hoping Saric started. I didn't actually watch the game. And now we get this Deandre Ayton suspension, and I don't want to make any accusations about what Deandre took. I mean, he claims that he took something unknowingly, but he did still take something that, of course, you're not allowed to take. Now, there is an arbitration process going on, and we're just going to have to see with that one. And I don't want to dive too much into the, Deandre Ayton taking whatever stuff. I'm more so interested in what this means for the Suns and the basketball stuff, so I guess we go into that. I mean, whether it's him out for 15 games, 25, we're going to have to see how the arbitration process goes on all this. That's a really tough blow. I mean, 25 games is basically 1/3 of the year, and that's really damn tough because I think there was an argument to be made that Phoenix could have surprised some people this season. Not with playoff contention or anything, but maybe they would get to 33 wins or something off the back of Ayton just getting the ball more as opposed to the way he was treated in Kokoshkov's offense. DeAndre looking better defensively. Saric being maybe not a perfect fit next to Ayton because he's not a super stretch four. He kind of wants to do a little bit more than that, but better than what they've had. And then, Oubre looking okay, and then Rubio just kind of making it all work because he's an actual point guard, right? And now, first off, if we can just start with the offense, that immediately makes it tougher on everybody, and that's going to make it to where the Suns are going to look a little bit more like the Suns of the past few seasons. Granted, Rubio is a guy that you trust with the ball besides Booker, so that would be the one difference, but still, it just makes it a lot tougher. Just the amount of offense that you could run through DeAndre Ayton in pretty much any capacity, whether it's post-ups or pick and rolls or just simply giving him the ball at the elbow and facing up and just letting him create out of nothing. The fact that he could space the floor out a little bit so the center has to pay attention to him, that opens the spacing up. I get this is basketball 101, but it kind of needs to be said because the dude did that much for them, and it just kind of made everything else make sense, I guess, if defenses don't have to pay as much attention to the center, whoever it may be, Frank Kaminsky, Aaron Baines, whoever else, then, it's going to make Oubre's job tougher. It's going to make everybody's job tougher. So how does Phoenix go from here? Well, I think, number one, I guess we do have to kind of figure out who is the starting center for this team now. Well, based on the minutes of Game 1, it's probably Kaminsky, who on his best day can be a stretch 5. On his worst day, he just kind of sucks in general. But in terms of just spacing, you would hope that he could do something. The post-ups, the rebounding, and the general size are nothing compared to DeAndre Ayton, but at least Kaminsky has a specific skill set when things are going well. The other one would be Aaron Baines, and defensively and just all the toughness in that, Baines can certainly give you that, and the screen setting is maybe the best in the league with Aaron Baines. Whether they're all legal or not is a different question, but I don't know. Baines has never played more than 18 minutes a game in his career. We can argue if that's because of whatever. It could be that those are just circumstances. Look, he was playing in San Antonio when Tim Duncan was still there. He was playing in Detroit with Drummond, and then he was playing with the Celtics with Horford. So maybe that's the reason. Maybe he's capable of putting in 25, 26 minutes a game if the Suns would even want that much from him. But at the same time, it's also how good is Baines in long minutes being attacked in stretch pick and rolls and stuff? The dude can certainly just use his size to be a presence around the rim and defend the post. And he is a smart defender, but, if teams can really stretch him out, then I do think he could have some problems. And those are basically your two picks. The other one would be Cheick Diallo, who is probably a better athlete than those two. But I don't know. I mean, if you wanted to try hard enough, you could find some promising minutes that he had like last season for the Pelicans. But even so, I don't think there's anything that he's done that we're just certain that he's like a dude you can throw out there and feel confident about it. But he's probably going to get an opportunity now. In terms of like free agent centers, to be honest, I have no clue. So I'll trust them on looking through all that stuff. Yeah, this is really tough. I mean, now, is it going to be more Devin Booker ISOs, and are we hoping that Dario Saric can be a real offensive option? Probably. I guess if we're going to talk about centers, we could, maybe Deandre Ayton, or not Ayton, of course, Saric as a center. I mean, he is 6'10". I don't even know if it would necessarily be like a small ball center. Granted, he has more of a forwards game, yeah, but could that be something where Saric is playing the 5 spot and you throw in there whether it's Tyler Johnson, who was pretty good in his first game, 2 for 4 from 3, or Bridges or whoever? That would probably that'd be pretty tough to defend, actually. So maybe that would be the Suns' option moving forward. It's just, you know what? Just try to outscore teams, and with that 5, you might actually be able to do it. Now, in terms of rebounding and all that stuff, that's a different conversation, but I don't know. We're trying here, okay? I guess that's their best option. Something between Kaminsky, Aaron Baines, Saric at center, and I think they got to hope that somebody really, really plays well over however many games Deandre Ayton is going to be out. I mean, we know Booker's going to play well. With Rubio, I mean, we can argue all day about how good he really is, but he's going to be consistent. He's going to give him a solid... I mean, last night he had 11 and 11. So take that for what you will. Maybe it's just Oubre elevating to some awesome 3-and-D dude, which, I mean, there's some reason to believe that. I'm not really on the Oubre train, but, they got him, so we'll see. I don't know. Things have to go well, obviously, after this Ayton thing, and, again, it really sucks, because this, I mean, there's a world in which this kills the Suns' season, and it could have been with DeAndre Ayton. They could have been a 34-win team and were just a lot more fun, and they went from just being really bad to being below average. And then from then on, whether it's you make another jump or whatever. And now that he's going to be gone for however many games, like, I don't know, like, could the Suns just win like another 26, 27 games or something, and it's just kind of like, whatever? Yeah, I could see it. I don't want to guarantee it, but it doesn't look very good, so yeah. We'll see what ends up happening with all the news of this thing. I mean, I don't want to get too accusatory of DeAndre, and I also don't want to get too defensive of him either. We'll just have to see how that all plays out. And perhaps there's a conversation to be had about, the rules of NBA drug testing and whatever else, but I don't really think I'm the person to talk about that. So anyway, we'll see how all this plays out.